deep beneath the ancient forest canopy, where sunlight rarely reaches the ground. A single completely still, waiting for the life within to begin. Then, with the first warmth of morning, the shell begins to give way. A new life emerges, small, vulnerable, and completely unfamiliar. For the first time, it leaves the safety of its birthplace. Every root, every sound, and every movement is new. But instinct is already teaching the young Bulbasaur. By midday, the young explorer discovers something even more important. Through the vegetation moves a herd of its own kind. It hesitates at first. Days become weeks, and the forest slowly becomes familiar, feeding, exploring, resting, and following the older members of the herd. But one night, the familiar rhythm changes. As darkness settles over the forest, a faint glow begins to spread across the herd. One by one, they awaken. Without hesitation, the herd begins to move. They leave their familiar feeding grounds behind and travel deeper into the ancient forest. Following a route their path soon reaches a river swollen. The adults move first, choosing the safest route between the rocks. The young follow closely, learning that survival.
Then the forest changes again. A sudden wall of fog closes around the migrating herd. For the first time since hatching, it is alone.
Searching for its family, Bulbasaur notices faint glowing plants ahead. Curiosity takes over, and it follows their mysterious trail deeper into the forest. The glowing trail finally ends. Beyond the ancient trees lies a hidden valley, untouched for generations and filled with extraordinary life.
At the valley's center stands a gigantic ancient flower. Bulbasaur approaches carefully, unaware that this remarkable plant will change its life. That night, the ancient flower opens beneath the moon, releasing thousands of glowing spores that drift silently across the valley. But the peaceful night suddenly changes. Dark clouds gather, powerful winds rise, and a violent storm races toward the hidden valley. The ancient flower begins to bend beneath the storm. Bulbasaur fights against the wind, using its vines to protect it. Exhausted but refusing to surrender, Bulbasaur begins to evolve. In the heart of the storm, it becomes a stronger Ivysaur. Now stronger, Ivysaur braces itself against the storm and holds the ancient flower steady with powerful vines. The storm reaches its peak. Ivysaur refuses to move, protecting the flower until the violent winds finally begin to weaken. At sunrise, the storm disappears. The flower has survived, and Ivysaur stands beside it, exhausted but victorious. Then, through the morning mist, the herd arrives. Bulbasaur reunites with its family, finally finding the guardian it left behind. Together, the herd begins repairing the damaged valley. Slowly, new plants emerge, and life begins returning to the forest.
Weeks later, the valley is thriving again. The herd settles nearby, while Ivysaur remains beside the ancient flower.
Years pass, and the valley flourishes. Generation after generation grows beneath the canopy, while Ivysaur continues its watch. After years of protecting the valley, Ivysaur reaches its final evolution. The guardian becomes Venusaur, ready to protect the ecosystem for generations. The journey becomes a tradition. Venusaur watches over the valley, while a new generation of Bulbasaur begins the migration once again.